New tonight, there is growing concern among the NYPD over Venezuelan gang activity across the city. Police believe some gang members are recruiting children living in migrant shelters. As Jennifer Bisram reports, the gang has blended in with asylum seekers who began arriving here in 2022.
Once they commit their crimes, they go back to the migrant community where they assimilate themselves with people that are actually here obeying the laws.
The NYPD is cracking down on Tren de Aragua, the Venezuelan gang they say is living in the shelter system and recruiting children.
We have 39 members of TDA that have been identified, and we have an additional 4 members that have been identified of a subgroup called the Little Devils of 42nd Street. Yeah, those are much younger kids.
And those are just the members police have been able to identify.
We have no fingerprints on file for them. We have no photographs on file for them. We have no prior criminal history on them. They swap out their IDs. We have no way of tracking or knowing who they are when they enter the country.
The NYPD's chief of detectives says undocumented criminals as young as 11 years old are carrying out retail robberies and committing crimes on scooters, snatching people's jewelry, watches, and cell phones at gunpoint and knife point. Over 300 incidents last year, more than 800 so far this year. They've brazenly shot at police officers, too.
When we do make arrests and we're able to charge them on 4, 5, 6 incidents, when they go before a judge in New York City and their arrest record is run, they show no prior criminal history. They're released on their own recognizance, they're not offered bail, and they're released back into the public.
Some migrant mothers we spoke to say they fear their boys will be forced into the world of crime.
People have warned us to be careful with the child because they are recruiting younger children. It worries me a lot.
Arada Piera and her 11-year-old son Dylan live in a Manhattan migrant shelter. They arrived from Colombia last year. When she's not volunteering at Metro Baptist Church, she's with her son, warning him of the dangers of gangs.
We're afraid he will get recruited and they will force and manipulate him to do bad things, things that will get him into trouble.
Power Malou, co-founder of Resources, Opportunities, Connections, and Community, is trying to keep migrant kids off the street by creating youth programs, including a soccer club.
I absolutely know that the soccer program is important for the kids to be able to get involved with something where they feel like they belong and they're having fun as kids, being able to support each other, build community, and stay away from the streets and be able to not have to get into the violence and get into the gang activity.
Over 60 kids ages 5 to 14 have been enrolled so far, including Dylan.
It's fun because we get to eat pizza and I have so many friends, and we play.
He says he wants no part of the gang life.
I don't want to be like them. I don't want to be bad. I want to be good, helping the people.
Malou says more resources and spaces are needed to help the nearly 22,000 migrant kids in city shelters. That's 38% of the migrant population currently in the system.
The newest New Yorkers are coming here and they don't have any programs for them. So then they're looking to do something. They're looking for something to do. So they're easy targets.
In the meantime, the NYPD is working with its federal partners to curb the growth of the gang violence sprouting at some migrant shelters, spilling onto city streets, and in some cases, detectives say, even among migrant families who are also becoming targets.
What we're also seeing is the majority of the migrant community sometimes themselves are the victims of crimes. They're preyed upon by these gangs. And there's a reluctance to report it sometimes because they feel that that might get them deported or that might get them in trouble with the police.
And police say they're also seeing the Venezuelan gang recruit migrants who are here from other countries as well. They say it's very important to note that there is a small percentage of the migrants here committing the majority of the crimes. Jennifer Bisram, CBS News, New York.
And you can learn more about that youth soccer program that Jen mentioned on our website. Check out this story by CBS Saturday Morning. We've shared it for you at cbsnewyork.com.